Hello crafty friends, this is the Papered Chef here. Today I would like to show you a dozen projects you can make with the Myths and Magic suite from Stampin' Up. It was just released January 3rd in our Occasions catalog. I would like to start with this little flashing card you can give to someone. And I thought of it as I was creating calendars, which I'm going to show you next. But I just want to show you the flashing card because then I can turn off the flashing and I don't have to watch it for the whole time. All I did for that is the same instructions you can look up for my calendar project. It is the same stand. And then as I was making a calendar today, I thought, hey, what would be really magical is making one of these little bike flashers behind the card. So I put that behind there. I just put it in there with a glue dot. And then I can give someone this card on their birthday at my work, and they can stand it on their desk and it flashes. Or you can surprise someone. And then to turn it off, there's a button, and there's different settings. You can change the speed of the light, okay, and you can also make it solid, okay, or you could just go ahead and turn it off. And I added some little dots, little castle that I cut out with the Brother Scan and Cut, and I got that hooray from this paper pumpkin kit. Okay, it's called Positively Picturesque. And the hooray was in wood. And what I did is I just colored the wood with Tranquil Tide. Okay, so that's where I got the hooray. Hope your day is magical. All right, so that's project number one. And project number two are desktop calendars. And you may have, if you've been watching my videos, seen these before. Let me get that close up. There you go, see a little dragon. Okay, what I did is created these little stands, and the reason they're clothespin together is because I'm going to be shipping them tomorrow with my catalogs. So there, I'm going to pull those pins out just to show you that this is how it's assembled. Okay, I'm going to be putting some tacky tape there. Okay, and then there's just pieces of designer series paper, sticky notes. Okay, here's another one. I probably already added tape to this one. Yes, I did. Okay, I use tacky tape because it's very strong. Okay, and I use sticky notes, and that's designer series paper. Again, I'm just going to be taking those clips off and storing them flat because it'd be easier to ship that way. Here's another example. And another example. Now I just love these little wizards, and then I just stamped these little stars from the stamp set Magical Day. I'm going to go ahead and show you that. See these little stars? Those little stars. Magical Day. Okay, so next I'm going to show you some things I did with the mermaids. Now I cut out a lot of mermaids with the Brother Scan and Cut. And then I did all kinds of projects with the mermaids. Looks like one of my boxes is missing. Here we go. There's my other box. Okay, so first of all, if you watch my video on the Truly Tailored suite, you will see that I did something similar with that kind of box. And what I did is I ran a die cut. I used the layering circles framelits, and I used the silver boxes that come in our Occasions catalog, and I ran a framelit through the Big Shot. And then I added, in this case, a piece of acetate, and that's how I got that sort of really cool window effect. I put a little, this is a little seahorse that I stamped in Tranquil Tide. Okay, and there's another seahorse. I colored him in. Okay, all the instructions for all these projects are going to be on my blog, by the way, thepaperedchef.com. So rather than go over all the materials and how I did everything here, I just kind of highlight what I'm using, letting you get some inspiration, and then you can go ahead and look up this specific measurements later. But I like how she came out. I actually colored this mermaid with the blends and actually some of the markers, Stampin' Up markers, and I really like how my mermaids came out. Okay, here's another one where I didn't do the window, and a piece of designer series paper does not quite go around the whole box. So in the back, you're going to have a little opening where your designer series paper didn't, cover the whole box if you have 12 inches, but that's okay. You can just cover it up with something. Okay. Now these little boxes here have soap in them, and I put some silver, I guess it's called silver shred. I didn't get that from Stampin' Up. I got it from Bed Bath & Beyond, but I put the silver shred in the boxes. I put some soap there. You can see the soap in the box. This is melon soap. Okay, and then these little mermaids I cut out with the Brother Scan and Cut. These toppers are from the Tutti-Frutti card pack kit. Okay, and the Tutti-Frutti kit has great card bases, and I just stamped some of the card bases in Tranquil Tide and cut them out. Okay, next I would like to show you this mini coffee cup holder. Okay, let me show you the whole top of it here, and then put my camera back down. Pull that away. There you go. You get a view of the whole thing. So the reason I need to show you the whole thing is because this is on a wobble spring, and those are just totally addictive. Everybody who I give these to just loves them when you put something on a wobble spring. So you have your, now this is really strong designer series paper. You have your designer series paper. I made the cup holder, all the measurements on my blog. This is one piece of paper, by the way. So one side has the clouds and one side has the stars, and it holds up the coffee cup really well. And then I cut out, I used this punch here, the tailored tag punch for the front. Okay, You Are One of a Kind, which I stamped, and then I cut out the tailored tag punch. I used a little glue to hold on my trees. Again, all the instructions are on my blog for that project, but that's your mini coffee cup holder. Okay, along those lines, I made a test tube holder. And I have inside the test tube, show you the top of the test tube. That's the lemon lime striped ribbon, okay? But inside there, I have the Skittles, and I inked around there. You can see lemon lime. I inked around the edge of my Hope Your Day is Magical. And I just made a little test tube stand, very easy. And actually, holding on, the test tube is held on to the back here with the little, just one removable glue dot. That way it stands up perfectly. It doesn't, whoop, as I say it falls down, but it stands up perfectly. Okay, and the glue dot does help me with that. Okay, next I'd like to show you some different nugget treats, candy treats. Okay, so for the nugget treats, I also used the little wobble springs, which I love putting things on wobble springs. Okay, and I did nugget treats, You Are One of a Kind. And I put the dinosaurs on wobble springs. Okay, a little better view of that. Here we go. And it just makes the dinosaur move about, which is really fun. Okay, and then this one I just have 3 nuggets, and I liked, the reason I put it vertical because I liked the way the wizard came out and I cut it. And the rest I just put horizontal in the trays. Using the 2-inch cellophane bags for these projects. And they are in our catalog, our annual catalog. Okay, next I'd like to show you a card. Okay, now for this card I used, again, I started out with the Positively Picturesque card bases from my paper pumpkin kit. And then what I did is I was going to write Just Breathe because I like the way the dragon is breathing fire. But I was going to do that, but this is when I started stamping it, I didn't leave enough room for the Just Breathe. Okay, but this gives you an idea of what the, what the watercolor wash looks like in the back of the card base. So anyway, then I turned it horizontally and I stamped again. And I used Berry Burst to stamp. And then I used my blends. And you have to be careful with the blends because if you're going to use like a water-based ink like Berry Burst and then use the blends, which are alcohol markers, they do sort of rub together, but it ended up working out okay. My Pool Party for the dragon, and then I used the Lemon Lime Twist markers, and then Daffodil Delight for the fire. Okay, so this is a card. It's part of a card. I mean, it's not a whole card yet. I'm going to be mounting this onto a card. Okay. Next, I would like to show you some bookmarks that I made. These are, I'm going to lay these out and then lift the camera up. I have a very strange camera angle today. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. It's just I couldn't get my tripod straight. I couldn't get it at a higher angle, but there you go. There are the bookmarks. And the You Make Me Smile and the Just Breathe, what I just showed you, and the You Make Me Smile are from this stamp set. Okay, it's called Colorful Seasons. Okay, and so that I stamped in Berry Burst onto powder pink cardstock. And these are just little mermaids I cut out with the Brothers Scan and Cut, and use some foam adhesives to raise them up. And every bookmark has a piece of the striped ribbon. Okay, here's what it looks like in the pack. It's called Lemon Lime Twist Striped Ribbon. Okay. Next, I'm going to show you some really cute bags that I'm sending out to my customers with the catalog, and I hand colored all these little bags. Lots of little bags. Okay. So I got these little bags at Tuesday Morning. Really cheap. They were like, I think 99 cents for like 25 little bags. Okay, and sometimes I used the little mermaid that I cut out with the Brothers Scan and Cut, but most of the time I just colored these with my blends. And you can stamp right onto the bags and color them. And I have a wizard example, okay? I did some wizards. And inside is a Ghirardelli chocolate in each bag. Okay, and now for this I used the light pool party for his cape, and I didn't even blend it with a darker pool party because I really liked the way it came out. And I used the blends on these bags, which worked a lot better than my first attempt, which I'm going to go ahead and show you. My first attempt to color was I was going to use the markers, but the markers got very streaky. So I'm going to still use this bag because I mean he's still a cute wizard, but I just really like the way the blends came out better than the markers. Okay, I have a mermaid box to show you. Okay, now a couple of my customers are going to get these little boxes. Now I don't claim credit for these. This is Martha Stewart. She has some party favors and they were already all set up. But check this out. I put my mermaid on that I hand colored. And when you open up this party favor, it already has a beautiful seashell inside. And this is supposed to be like a place card where you put someone's name. I absolutely loved it. And the two customers that did the biggest orders are getting this. Well, and they're getting a lot more than this, but they're getting these little things I found that really match the pool party really well. The little notepads. Okay. And if they subscribe to my YouTube channel, then they probably won't be surprised when they get it. But this little suitcase, you just put this little gift in there and everything shuts like perfectly. I'm just going to go ahead and shut that because it is super cute. Okay, you just go like that. Shut the top. Now sometimes I like to buy pre-made things and I don't know what I'm going to do with them at the moment. But I know that these were on clearance and I said, I just like the nautical theme, so I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them, but then when I colored my mermaid in Pool Party, it ended up looking perfect on there. Okay, and lastly, of my dozen projects, I know there's probably a couple more slipped in there, but out of my projects, this is my last project. I have a birthday card I made for 60th birthday. Okay, it's your day to sparkle. And I put lots of little glittery things on the card. This is all done with Miss and Magic Designer Series paper. And the mermaids I hand colored with the blends. These two I hand colored. And then this one I cut out with the Brothers Scan and Cut. I colored this little seahorse and lemon lime twist. And these two I cut out with the Brothers Scan and Cut. The 60 and the layer behind it I cut out with my Cricut. And we have a powder pink card base. Alright, so that was the dozen projects. And I thank you for watching. And please let me know if you have any questions. And please check out my blog for specific instructions on these projects. thepaperchef.com. Thank you.